Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. I think we just experienced the best introduction to a brand new promo ever in Ultimate Team history. The free Maradona, the evolutions that he goes into, the other evolutions, we got objectives, and of course the crazy SBC upgrade pack grind where we can take bronzes and turn them into gold packs. We can do 50 of them per day, and they give pretty good fodder. Yeah, we have to talk about all that, the Kante, the Stoichkov, and of course, to mention it again, the crazy Maradona evolution that we are all doing right now. Are you going right wing? Are you going cam or striker? The decisions are there, and we need to talk about them. Of course, we have to talk about the market as well because it has made prices go down. And there's not a lot that's going up, but there are a few things, and there's still big SBCs that are coming. It's going to be a crazy week, guys. If you're excited for this video, as we cover it all, drop a thumbs up, and of course, subscribe if you're new. Now, great promo, but poor timing for me, guys. This is going to be my last video for the next week, as I will be heading out on a week holiday. We do this every single year around this time. It's just poor timing that EA decided to drop Grassroots Greats right now. So I'll miss you guys in next week, but I'll be out having some vacation, some time away, just because it's good to recharge, good to take a break, and we will be back up and running straight away right after that. So I appreciate you guys, man. Thanks for all the support over the years, continuously with the videos, and it's you guys enable me to do that. So I appreciate that love. Now, let's get into the discussion, what we're here for with the Grassroot Greats promo. Starting with objectives, we get a free guaranteed promo player pick from the objectives, guys. There's an 89 max. Now, that is the caveat, but a max 89 Grassroots Great here is in objectives. I just noticed that I played 2 games of Rivals, and I won both of them, and it did not count for this objective. So that is something I don't like to see, but it's actually pretty easy to get done. Of course, being a max 89, you are missing out on some of the good cards in the promo team, but you still have cards like the Jonathan David in here. You've got the Shalhanaglu, which is maybe one of the most hyped cards because he fits into the very important Curl It In evolution and ends up being a really cracked card. You could pack him for free and then put him into that Evo and make him even more cracked. Vicario 88, and then Lynn Williams, I think, might be the best card that is 89 rated that would fit or come out of that player pick. But that's a decent objective. Anytime you get a guaranteed situation from a player pick from a brand new promo, that's really cool to see. Now, other thing in objectives that was brand new is this Champions Finals play, and this is the big thing everybody's talking about because this says here there's no rating maximum or restriction to this center mid holding plus role. That is in fact not the case. It is max 89 rated. Unfortunately, a lot of people thought they were going to be able to put like flashback Kevin De Bruyne or maybe Jude Bellingham inside of this team of the year, and you wouldn't be able to do that because of course those are above 89 rated, but the description does not tell you that. This is a nice little objective here though for some decent packs for actually a extra bonus for playing this weekend's Foot Champs final. So honestly, good objective content from EA there with the Grassroots Greats ground up and the Champs Finals play there. Now, let's talk about the evolutions, guys, and get into the real content from yesterday, where if we go to Evos right now, I need to claim my Diego Armando Maradona. But before we go to that, let's talk about the regular Evo that we had yesterday. We had a center back leaked Evo that we kind of touched on in yesterday's video. That did drop, but the Evo was not as hype as it was maybe made out to be. Now, the interesting thing about this, and I don't think I know, because I have not completed this Evo, and I don't know if too many people have, this gives you the Grassroot Greats card design, Evo card design at the end, which the Grassroots Greats give extra chemistry. They have boosted chemistry. My question is, does this evolution design give you boosted chemistry as well? I have not finished this Evo, and I don't really know anybody who has yet. The focus has been on Maradona, I think, for most people. So if you have, let me know down in the comments if you get the chemistry boost, because that would make this evolution, I think, a little bit more valuable to most. Now, this Evo is for a center back, but it's actually pretty similar to the Team of the Year center back Evo that we had, because it gives center defensive mid, it gives some of those rolls, and it gives long ball pass plus as well as long ball pass. You actually don't get any boosts, I don't think, to defense and physicality. You get mostly passing boosts and dribbling boosts. Curve, you do get an intercept play style, which is cool. You get holding plus. It's kind of an interesting one here because, I mean, for a center back, I think we were hoping for something that boosted defense, boosted the physical. As for a lot of these cards, we were looking at the leaks, right? Company was really up in price. You guys remember that? We looked at so many center backs, like Rio was up crazy in value because of this leak for this evolution, and the evolution ends up dropping, and it's okay. but I don't know if it's that great. There are some pretty good cards that fit into this, though. Like, there's a Ferland Mendy situation here. Oh, if you put Ferland Mendy into the Remember Kleiber Evo, he goes into that one. I think Chouameni might be one of the most hyped cards inside of this. He only gets one playstyle plus, but that's a pretty good card there for him, even for a CDM. There's some decent ones in here. Delict looks good. The Kusanov that I just showed you looks decent as well. I've heard Rijkaard actually looks pretty solid in this, but for the upgrade that I think a lot of us were expecting, they didn't deliver. You see these center back cards here going from 270,000 coins on Desai down to 130K. A lot of these center backs dropped off incredible amounts. There was huge panic selling yesterday. Rio is back down a lot too. He went from 700K down to 490, back up to about 550, 560K where he is now. So a lot of center backs that were artificially inflated for this evolution ended up dropping in price because the Evo just wasn't that great. Not a bad Evo, but not as crazy indeed as the free Diego Armando Maradona evolution, guys, which actually, as you take a look right here, I have just completed Diego's Dream 3. That is the one that I went for. I went for the right wing Maradona with the technical plus. Again, you have three options. It's basically the exact same thing that was leaked for this evolution. You have three options. You get the free 77 Maradona by going into the store. Like when I logged in yesterday, right at content, you guys that were in the stream saw it. I think most of you guys have claimed your Maradona in this way. You just log into the game and you claim there's a pack that's just in the store. You open that pack, you get your Maradona, and then boom, you can go into the evolutions. And then of course you have three options. You have Diego's Dream 1, 2, and 3. Diego's Dream 1 is center attack and mid boost with the incisive pass plus. You get the power shot in Diego's Dream 2, and you get striker position. And then again, the one that I did was the winger one in the 3rd edition here. We've got this image from EA's website, which is a bit grainy to show it. It's probably best shown on Footbin, actually, when you take a look at a website, but that's kind of how it works. The free Evo does take the card to the 89, which was expected, and then there is the 500,000 coin or 1,000 FC point paid option to get you that finesse plus and the +2 overall on the card. Now, the reason that I went with the winger version of Maradona is I feel like this card is the most unique and the most versatile because he is the only one that has 4 different positions. He's got center attack in mid, left wing, right mid, and right wing. If you do the Maradona, that is the incisive pass plus one, which was the one that I think I originally wanted to do, you're only getting the center attack in mid position. He cannot play anywhere else. And if you're doing the power shot version, you are getting striker, but I think you're missing out on some of the extra boost that this card has. I think the left wing or the right wing Maradona is the best play, in my opinion, just because of the versatility. He gets multiple roll pluses at the right wing, left wing, and right mid. I think he has inside forward on every single one of those positions. I think that's cool. And also, guys, this card gets Trivella. And I was using even Trivella's before he had the playstyle, the Maradona with Trivella here with just the regular upgrade. Like when he was 77 rated was crazy. So I'm actually going to claim this Evo right here. I'm going to start my El Pibe de Oro 500,000 coin Diego Armando Maradona to take him to a 92 since I just got him upgraded to his 89. So I'm going to do the paid version for sure because I think that card, I know 500,000 coins seems like a lot, but his 96 rated card on the market's extinct at 15 million coins. This card is well worth, in my opinion, that price point, 100%. He's incredible in game. The Tiki Taka, the incisive pass regular, the finesse plus, his quick step, it feels like he has quick step plus, but he only has regular quick step. A lot of people are pointing towards the stamina as the biggest issue with this card, and I'll be honest, he has 76 stamina on this card. It seems to be a bit of a problem, but the fact that he does have relentless is a huge help. He does get a little tired at the end of the games, but it's not super crazy, like annoying, like at halftime. He's not gassed or anything like that. So that is obviously the big part of content that was dropped yesterday. It is the Maradona and the free. Just the fact that we have this is so sick. Like, I don't think anything else could have topped this yesterday. What a fantastic opportunity to use a card that I've been, I tried packing Maradona in icon picks and packs way back when he was in older FIFAs, and I never was able to get him. I bought him for a few times and tried him out, but this is really the first time I've actually had my own first owner Diego Armando Maradona card to use. I think a lot of us can say that exact same thing. It's just special. It is so sick that we had this ability to do this. And of course, like we thought it would, really hurt prices on the market. If you take a look at a lot of prices yesterday, stuff just went down. I didn't really buy. I flipped one card yesterday on stream because most things just continued to drop. Like this, a lot of Shailene from 630,000 coins, which was down already. She was down from where she was earlier in the week as people were preparing for Diego Armando Maradona. She went from 630,000 coins down to 480. Rebounded back up a little bit, but is still in the low 500K range. Now, could some of these cards rebound back up? They could for sure. Some of the most rare, popular, meta cards definitely have a chance to rebound back up. Maybe today, maybe in the next couple of days as people complete Maradona, still build out some teams, and the panic kind of subsides. But I don't think that the cards are going to be at their lowest. Like, I don't think that Friday night low was their lowest for a lot of these cards. I think there's going to be continual selling throughout the next couple of days and even today, because if you think about it, a lot of people are maybe just getting the first step, the free part of the Maradona evolution done. And when more and more people continue to go into that paid version, that's going to be 500,000 coins drained off the market, kind of like we talked about with the Team of the Year Blueprint Evo from Team of the Year. I think that's going to continue to hurt the market throughout the weekend, and everybody's going to be talking about this Maradona card, and he is really, really good. That's all that I can say. We played with him yesterday in game. That video's in the second channel if you want to check that one out. He was mad fun to use. I look forward to using him a lot. I don't know if he's going to start over Bale. He's right now in for Salah just to complete the Evo, but what a card, what a player. He is so good, and he's a blast. Now, we got to move on and talk about other stuff that dropped yesterday content-wise, because it didn't stop there. That's part of what is making this promo just awesome at the moment, is the content is across the whole game. In SBCs, we had not one but two big player SBCs. We did not get the French Ferland Mendy. The leakers were saying there was a French SBC yesterday, like an hour or two before content. They were tweeting the French flag, right? It was Kante, not Ferland Mendy. There's a lot of hype around this Kante card, guys. He's always very good in game. I can remember using his Team of the Year card in previous years. He's kind of a staple. He is a Grassroot Great. Let's be honest. Perfect player to be in this promo. Insane SBC. Personally, for me, I'm not going to be doing this one. I think the passing stat for me is what lets him down. And honestly, when I have somebody like Rodri in the team, I just don't know if I... Okay, I'll rephrase it. I want to do this SBC, but I don't think it's going to be high on my priority list. It's not something for me that goes boom straight into the team. I'm sure he's going to be cracked in game. I know a lot of you guys are already typing your comments like, Nate, this card's cracked. I believe it. I do. But with how my team looks right now, I'm so happy with my midfield. I think part of me doesn't want to mess it up as well. Now, this Kante card is going to be very good in game. He always is. And, you know, I think the price is maybe a little steep, and that's part of the reason why I think I may not do it. But it's not a terrible price for sure. And again, one of the problems is the links, and these cards have the boosted chemistry, which, since we're on the topic, if you go over I think it's the objectives tab in the game, it shows you, once it loads, it shows you how the chemistry works for these cards. As you can see here for Dybala, it's literally a double boost. Every single player that you put from Grassroots Greats into your team will automatically be on 2 chem, and all you need is one manager link for a league link to get them on full chemistry, which then, of course, that helps out the rest of the squad. So for a player like Kante, if you're trying to link any players from the Saudi League, you're going to have a huge, huge upper hand by having this card in your club. So not a bad SBC, very thumbs up. A lot of people have liked this, and you can tell. If you take a look at the market, center defensive mids, sure, prices were dropping yesterday because of the 500K Maradona evolution, but also because of this Kante. You look at a lot of CDMs, center mids. I think even Vieira went down on the market yesterday because of this Kante card, and that Declan Rice is just one example of prices dropping down because of it as well. But we're not done yet. There was a lot of SBC content yesterday. Another player SBC, the other one, I guess, was Stoichkov. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, technical and power shot. I think maybe if this SBC was dropped without the Maradona, like if there was no Maradona yesterday, I think this SBC would have a lot more hype and a lot more people completing it. But with Maradona out, I think he falls kind of behind in the shadow of that a little bit. Very good looking card. Could have used a couple more playstyles in my opinion. Has good roll pluses. Roll pluses for sure. Could have used maybe 1 or 2 more of those, I think. But again, a really fun card. I haven't used Stoichkov in a long time. This one tempts me just for a fun card to use, although I have so many attackers now in my team. I don't know who I should use, and I really don't want to add another one to that list of players trying to get on the pitch for me, right? But for 967,000 coins, if you want to use Stoichkov, Heck yeah. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot again with the play styles that he's got. 12 squads. It's not that expensive. It's very doable. And as we'll talk about with the upgrade pack grind, there's going to be a lot of reason to do multiple player SBCs this week, especially if EA give us a couple more player SBCs later on in the week. The craft is real. The grind is going to be real because we have an exchange-esque SBC that is out right now for crafting. So like the Stoichkov, like the Kante, I think it comes down to personal opinion of which one you really want to do and put your fodder into and grind towards. Now, upgrade packs. Let's talk about this part of SBCs from yesterday, the 84 times 5. Absolutely love to see it. This one is nice, of course, because it's just the team of the week, and I think it's the 84 rated squad here. We love it, right? These Grassroots Greats, as we'll talk about, they actually have a decent pack weight. And I say a decent pack weight, you're like, Nate, I haven't packed any. Well, when you look at the prices of this promo team and you look at how much of them are on the market compared to future stars, it is a definite improvement for sure in terms of how packable these cards are. Now, they're still rare, and we'll talk about it. They're great to trade with because their prices are doing this all the time, although I do believe they're going to drop some more today. But make sure you hit these 84 times 5s every single day. I think they're worth it. Informs are staying in demand a little bit because of that, but I don't think their prices are going super crazy. Now, this is what I really want to talk about with the SBCs, the Grassroots Grind. This is a really, really good upgrade pack right here, guys, and all you need to do to turn into this is put 11 bronzes. This is why I'm calling it an exchange, because you're putting in 11 bronze players, rare, non-rare, who cares? They all work the same, into this to get a pack that gives you, I think it's 6 commons and 3 rares, so 9 players back. That's actually really good value. You're turning in bronzes from your club that you really don't ever use. They're just kind of always sitting there, and you're getting gold fodder at least out of it. Now, you're like, Nate, who cares? It's a random pack with commons and rares in it. Like, that's a really mid upgrade pack. For some reason, this pack actually has pretty good pack weight. Like, I'll open a couple of these. I only have 2 or 3 here, but I'm getting consistent 82s, 3s, and 4s out of this. You wouldn't even think that you would be seeing the tunnel animation to get an 80-plus player off in time from a pack of this value. Don't do that. Don't quick sell cards like I'm doing. That's bad. Don't do that. But just to get to the next pack, I want to show you another one. Again, most of these, I think I've opened almost half of the daily allotment of 50. That's the other thing. You can open 50 of these per day. Look at that. An 84 Aspas and an 83 Maradona. That's why I've kind of stopped opening a lot of these, because I keep getting duplicates and I don't have a place to put those 83s, 4s, and even some of the other gold rares yet, because there's not another upgrade pack or a player pick out to rinse that into. That's where this SBC is going to shine. And right now, what I would do is get as many of these done as you can. As you can see there, it refreshes today at content on Saturday. You can do 50 of these per day. That's 550 of these, no, sorry, 350 of these Grassroots Greats packs, the grind packs that you can do. If you do 50 every day, you're going to have 350 of those. I believe the math is something crazy like, it's a disgusting amount of gold rares and commons, and that is going to set you up for a insane, if you do all of these, you're going to be set up for an insane pack grind come Monday, or maybe even as soon as today, when EA probably release some other sort of upgrade packs, like a 80-plus player pick like we had last week, even if it's the 78 2 of 3, an 81 double, whatever the upgrade pack is, this is a really, really good grind. Now, how do you get bronzes? Because I know that's the next question. I was starting to ask that myself, because I was like, wait a second, I'm going to run out of bronzes here at some point. There's a super daily bronze upgrade where you can do that 2 times, and that gives you a decent number of bronzes. Make sure you do that. Make sure you do your daily bronze upgrade. That's going to give you some more bronze players there. But the real easy way, if you don't care about spending time on the menus, to get a bunch of those bronze cards, and the best way efficiency wise in terms of using the least number of coins possible, is to run bronze pack method, because every time you're doing a bronze pack, you're getting 3 or 4 or 5 bronze players, and all of those are basically 200 coins per card. And of course, if you get 3 or 4 of those, you're going to be ahead of the cost of the bronze pack, because you can quick sell everything out of this. You're going to end up making coins, right? I'm at 275 coins there. I got a Brazil manager, which is actually an insane. Are these selling? Wow. So Brazil managers are down, but still, that looks like it might sell for 700 coins. So I'm making profit from that, and I'm getting I'm getting bronzes that are going into the Grassroot Grind SBC that are going to turn into golds. So It's going to take a bit of effort to get a lot of bronzes to get all of these done 50 per day, but that's kind of how you can do it with the bronze pack method. You can make some coins off of this. I'm going to try to do, or somehow while I'm gone, try to get these done on the companion app or whatever, and try to get them done so that I can save them up and then rinse them into SBCs, because this is really, it takes a bit of effort. But if you want to grind the menus, this is an incredible grind. And also, I'm forgetting a big thing here. I don't really do the mixed league SBCs or the premium mixed league SBCs, but if you hit these, this is another great way where you can get a bunch of these packs done during this week of this promo with the Grassroots grind pack that is out there. So that's really an interesting, unique, and different SBC grind for sure, but I wanted to explain that. It seems like it should be tied to an objective. It seems like it should be kind of like a crafting objective, right? But it's not, and I don't know if it's actually supposed to be. Again, at first I thought it may have been supposed to be linked to like an objective, kind of like a crafting one, but then I remembered I think the Team of the Year crafting is actually still available, which is crazy that is still out. So they obviously wouldn't overlap those. Maybe there's going to be something else related to an upgrade pack grind of some sorts with this, but the fact that SBC is there, it's a lot better than you think. That's one to try to do as many times per day as you can. Even if you can't do all 50, at least do some of them. That's a very easy way to stock your club to then hit some bigger upgrade packs whenever we get like a player pick or an upgrade pack coming out soon. Now, that's the SBC content. Let's look at the promo team, the icons, and the heroes. The reason that you would be opening those packs, like I said, guys, the pack weight for these is decent. Now, you look at some cards like Jamie Vardy. This card is very expensive. It's because it's Jamie Vardy. He has quick step and 99 pace. That card looks insane. The rest of this promo team in general, there's some pretty good cards in here. Olise looks really cracked. He just is rebounding right now. And that's the one thing I want to mention with these guys is they're packable, but they're also like, they fluctuate a lot, so they're kind of rare at the same time. But if you were on yesterday and you saw how low some of these cards were straight away at the start, you had some cards like this. Jonathan David right away yesterday was down at 80K. He spiked all the way to 130. Now he's down to 91,000 coins. It's not because it fits an Evo or anything. It's because people wanted to use him. I think that bodes well for this next week with the upgrade pack grind that you have. I actually packed 2 of these promo cards yesterday from a random objective player pick. Sure, they were fodder ones. It was Ollie Watkins and Di Lorenzo. But that's, oh man, it's actually a relief to have promo cards that seem semi-packable, especially after the last 2 weeks of Future Stars. Now for the heroes, they're only 4 of them, so they're not super packable. Hamšík's card has one of the craziest dynamic images I think I've ever seen. I don't even know what to comment about that image there. Scary is the word to say for him. That one's kind of wild. And then the icons here. The icons is a crazy mix of like really overpowered cards. This Ian Wright looks insane. For 2.7 mil, seems very expensive, but 94 pace, 95 shooting, and 90 dribbling. Great card. Drogba looks cracked. Of course, the Maradona is 15 mil extinct, which is, I think, a little steep right now, but it's the hype of him being back. He's very rare. Julie Foudy, Ribéry, Baggio, and Keane. Honestly, it's a good promo team, and it makes me wish that I was able to grind these upgrade packs a whole lot this week. That actually, as we transition to talking about the market a little bit more, that actually kind of worries me for the market a bit some, is the fact that these cards are kind of like cheap beasts. It's kind of bringing in on a lower level for like budget squad building. It's kind of bringing in some really good options. Maybe some cards that fit Evos like Pinnock, the Williams card up here for 150K with the 99 pace. This Ollie Watkins for a cheap Prem striker, power shot and rapid. That's a sick card. Really, really sick card for the price. Vicario Prem goalkeeper, Pascal Gross, 99 passing for a midfielder in Bundesliga teams. Mahrez in here with a pretty solid card if you're running a Saudi League team. Jonathan David, pretty good card there once again to mention him. And then, of course, the Faric is good for Bundesliga and Çalhanoğlu. He's one of the best cards. This is a insane midfielder for 38,000 coins with the evolution tacked on, even without it. Incisive and Anticipate, 2 of the most overpowered playstyle pluses in the game with the other playstyles that he has. He's got Tiki Taka, dead ball, first touch, technical bruiser, intercept, jockey, long ball, and pinged. Like, holy. After that evolution, at least. That's a really, really sick card. Individual stats as well look really good. His rolls look good. Deep line playmaker, box to box. Really, really sick card there. So I like the promo team. I think that's just going to worry me, though, for the rest of the week on the market. And that's what I kind of want to get in and talk about next is if you're going to try and trade any of these cards. Like, I think I actually just watched an Elise before I started recording this video, and he was 1.4 mil and he didn't sell. And now Elise is 1.5 mil. These cards fluctuate a lot. I think they would go up a bit into today, into this morning on Saturday. But then after that, I do believe that they would come back down in value like they normally do. With the pack weight of these cards, I think I wouldn't want to mess with it unless you're just going to play a few games and try a card out. Be very, very careful with these cards. But they do show good signs of demand, and they do show signs of fluctuation, which means they could be really good to trade with. Now, let's keep it going here, guys, and talk about more Grassroots Greats that are incoming and talk about Fodder a little bit as well as we get into today on Saturday. Well, of course, the leakers yesterday said, welcome back, Kante. Your partner Mendy is coming soon. That's really the big SBC that is coming out next. Of course, there's a number of other SBCs that have been leaked, but I think if the Mendy comes today, that will be another big name just like Kante who would have hype regardless. And of course, yesterday, a lot of people thought that Mendy was going to be the card that was coming out. So left backs were dropping in price as everybody was awaiting this insane Mendy card with the quick step and the block. And again, I say insane. A lot of people look at this and say, Nate, my Teo is better. My Teo evolution is better. And you have a great point in that for sure. But just like Kante, there's something always to be said about a guy like this Ferland Mendy. And that's why this Teo Hernandez, probably the other best left back in the game, was dropping like a rock yesterday. And then, of course, once the Mendy didn't come out, guess who came flying back up from 1.2 mil all the way now to 1.4, almost 1.5. Yeah, Teo Hernandez really exploded yesterday. I think those left backs that came back up in price would probably start to drop down, as this would be anticipated again today. It's not confirmed, but it would be anticipated once again. But other than this, there's still a whole bunch of other SBCs like we mentioned. We've got even an Athenia now who's been leaked. We've got a Mullen, which is cool, and we've got Diogo Jota, and of course we had the winter wild cards Carlos Alberto. I personally think that SBC has got to be top of the list right now for one of the most hyped SBCs that is upcoming. I mean, if it's the center back one, that's crazy. Even if it's the center defensive mid one who was dropping yesterday and was the only card that I ended up trading yesterday on the market as well. Either of those would be really, really, really insane. And I think that's just a testament to the rest of the leaks of this promo look really, really cracked. And that means there's going to be demand for SBC fodder. Now, with the upgrade pack grind that is out, how is fodder going to do? Because actually, if you take a look at some of like the 84s, 5s, 6s, and 7s, I think the lower tier fodder is down. 87s are down a little bit. Let's look at 85s because I think these are down the most. 3.1K for Rabo. These guys were like 3.5K yesterday. 84s are 1.4K. They're like getting close to minimum. These were 2,000, I think, yesterday. 2,000 coins down to 1.4. I think that's because the 84 times 5 dropped. And of course, the grind pack is there. The Grassroots grind pack is out that just gives so much decent fodder. I think that worries me a little bit for the mid to low tier, but the high tier is still going strong. These prices dipped a little yesterday at content kind of as we expected, but they haven't rebounded back up a ton. De Bruyne was 55K overnight, went down to 49, and is now back up to 51. I could see these cards continuing to go back up, of course, as there's still a lot of SBCs that are out and more SBCs to come. I don't want to sit here and say that I'm going to go invest in these cards at the moment because it's really going to take, like, if they do Ferland Mendy with a lot of 89 rated squads or something like that, and he still looks like decent value, and a lot of people want to do him, or Carlos Alberto, same thing, that could make these cards kind of jump up in value. I can't really say that I'm going to invest in fodder without having some supply from rewards. Probably Saturday would be a decent time where you could get in, but, Sunday morning, actually, not Saturday. Sunday morning, you could buy with fodder, but I think you'd be risking it again that the 87 plus and the campaign, well, more so the heroes and the icons. If this refreshes on Sunday, then I think fodder can stay high and it can continue to do its thing. But that's going to be one of the major factors to keeping the higher rated fodder at the same price, which since this was the first week for this icon pick, you think it would stay out again. But that's just kind of something. I know we're looking forward into the week a little bit, but since I'm going to be gone, I wanted to mention that too. Definitely keep an eye on fodder. It's going to be a wild week of content just in general with all those SBCs that are out. There's so much content there, and if it's going to be grindable through the menus with upgrade packs, I think that worries me a little bit about the market too. So I'm actually going into this week completely liquid, just besides of some random stuff here in my club, which is all duplicates anyway. So I got 6.2 million coins. Probably going to end up spending some of that as we're getting things done for those crafting upgrades and getting all of that done. The rest of the content through the rest of this week, you know, I guess Evos. Watch out for... Wait, did I just get the player pick? I got the player pick somehow. It said I didn't. Okay, that was glitched. All right, I guess we're going to do this. I want to mention this, though, before we open this player pick. Watch Evos throughout the rest of the weekend and watch Evolution Leaks. I want to pull up FutAccountant Twitter right now. Has he tweeted anything about new Evos? He has not. But as you remember last weekend, and maybe it's going to be different because this is a new promo, but last weekend during Future Stars, it was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday where the Evos dropped. And we had good Evo content, and that's where we had stuff. And then after that, it really started to quiet down. So I'm really going to see, and I'm curious to see if that's how it would rock this week as well. But watch out for those Evo leaks. That's another reason to maybe be a little bit more careful on the market this week in terms of buying and holding players for your team. Now, let's open this 205 Max 89 Grassroots Greats. I would really like the Lynn Williams here. Okay, Lynn Williams would be perfect. I would also really like Shalhanoglu, even though I can't put him in the Evo. I do that or Jonathan David. Let's hit a big one. Oh, Vicario as well. And I get to pick two, which is cool. So Vicario for the Spurs team. Shalhanoglu first one. Look at that. Look at the state of that. We're going to go with Vicario here, and we're going to go with Shalhanoglu. That's a cold pick. That's actually a pretty cold pick there. So Spurs team sorted. Shalhanoglu for maybe a future Evo, and a Serie A team with some links there sorted as well. Absolutely love to see it. Make sure you get that one done. It was really, really easy to do. Look, it says 4 of 7 still. And I didn't get the pack. Did I get the pack for that? I don't know, man. I got the overall reward, which is what matters the most. But, of course, let me know in the comments what you are doing for the Evo, for Diego Armando Maradona. What a card. I think that's worth the 500,000 coins. And that, again, that makes me, I feel myself wanting to play the game more right now because of this Evo. Getting him all the way to a 92 will be super duper dope, and I'm super excited for that. Let me know down in the comments which one you picked. And yeah, guys, have a great week, and I will see you on the flip side. I'll stay up to date a little bit on Twitter, not a whole lot, but you'll see some posts there from me from time to time. So if you want to check that out there, that link is down below in the description. And I appreciate all of you guys, man. Thanks for all the support as always. I will see you on the next video in about a week, but we'll say soon. Enjoy your week, guys. It's been Nate the FutAccountant. If you enjoyed this one, drop a thumbs up, comment down below if you have questions, and subscribe if you're new. It's time for a break. I love you guys. I'm out. Peace.